What's up, everybody? What's up? Happy Pod Day! Yeah! Wait a minute. Oh, what's up? New studio. Who this? What's up, everybody? I'm streaming live from my new studio, man. Shout out to Soha. Oh, man, I'm in my new studio. I said, you know what? I've had this studio for a while. So why would I not start just recording there? And we're going to talk about that a little bit later on in the episode, another episode that I thought about this season. But what's up, everybody? Hopefully you had an amazing day, morning, afternoon, evening. And so without further ado, please let me welcome you to the See.Plan.Do show with me, professional life coach, DJ, serial entrepreneur, et cetera, Mr. Garry O'Neal Jr. And as always, when you see me out in the street working on my salsa moves, today I got a pineapple shirt on. I love it. When you see me out here feeling festive, please don't forget the Junior. Shout out to Pops. And we have another Power Pack podcast here, season 4, episode 9 on the See.Plan.Do show. And this episode is entitled Tribe. All right. And today, a couple of things we're going to be going over today. One, we're going to be talking about for the appetizer today, it's called Too Late. And also, when we're talking about the entree for today, we're going to be talking about how to have and develop an amazing support system. So let's get to our welcome. So day one, A1 listeners, my corazones, mi familia, thank you for showing up every single damn time. Letting me know about each episode, letting me know how you feel. My day one, A1 listeners, you got it, man. You got it from me. Whatever it is, you got it from me. My first time listeners, hey guys. All right. People that are listening to this on your favorite streaming platform, as well as watching all this. Hey, you're watching this in 1080p, 4K, or even 3D if you're fancy. All right. I just got these new glasses and they're transition glasses. And I realized with all the lights, it might make my glasses turn into shades. But guess what? Tu sabes las vibras. You know the vibes. And I really wanted to start recording in my studio because I was really comfortable in my home. I was really comfortable in my home office. Right. But I said, no, I need to get out here and start doing this here in my studio. All right. So season 4 episode now starting off with a bang. And so can we get right into our See.Plan.Do moment of the week? Sponsored by Heart Savers Maryland. And so right after this brief commercial announcement, we'll get right into it. All right, that is your See.Plan.Do, of course, sponsored by Heart Savers Maryland. Let's get right into our moment of the week. And just a really simple quote. One day, it's going to seem like it happened overnight. Whatever it is you're doing, if you're listening to me right now, whether you've been listening to me, you know the vibes, you know how you know what I bring to the table, you know what I offer all the time, or this is your first time listening. Let me say it one more time to you. Let me look directly into you. One day, it's going to look like it happened overnight. Even creating the studio, it didn't happen overnight. Things have to happen. Me and my business partner made it happen. Things moved. Things changed. And guess what? When you think about other people that are out here doing stuff, it's a lot of work getting put in. Regardless if it's business, it's just relationship, if you're working out. One day you're going to wake up and say, oh, I got abs now. I'm able to do pull-ups. Oh, man, I lost 30 pounds. And it's just going to seem like, man, when you look back, it's just going to seem like it happened overnight. So the biggest thing about that is keep working, guys. Keep moving. Keep changing. Even when you don't feel like it. Even when you're having issues. Keep doing it because one day you're going to wake up and one day it's going to look like, man, you blew up. It happened. Whatever it is, it happened overnight. And that is your moment of the week, sponsored by one of my favorite companies, Heart Savers Maryland. So let's get to our Greenlight Entertainment Song of the Week. And as always, you can follow along and check out any of the songs that I have. Of course, if you're listening to this, You know the vibes is coming up next. But if you're watching this, hey guys, unfortunately, you're going to have to wait. But guess what? In the details section below, after you like, share, and subscribe, you can follow along to the songs that we're listening to. So right after this brief commercial announcement, you're going to hear that song and boom, we're going to jump right into it. All right, that is your Greenlight Entertainment song of the week, sponsored by Greenlight Entertainment. All right, so let's get to our appetizer of the evening. And I really, really, really want to take time to thank everybody who was showing me love. You're looking at the intro of this video, all the wonderful things that we bring to the table. I really want to thank you for supporting this show, for each and every show. I realize that I've done over 80 shows. In total, probably close to 100. But as far as on my own, as far as the podcast, we're closing in over 80. And I want to thank you. I just wanted to take time out to thank you. You always want to pour into your tribe. All right, so let's get to our appetizer. It's entitled Too Late. And so what I want to offer 7 things that often, unfortunately, we don't learn until it's too late. But guess what? We're going to talk about it now so that way you know. That way you know it's never too late. But we don't want to learn when it's too late, right? So number 1, everything is temporary. The pain that you're feeling, if you're listening to this episode right now and you're going through a heartache, whether it's family, friends, whatever's going on, everything is temporary. If you're going through a financial struggle, temporary. You're having issues in a relationship, it's temporary. Everything is temporary, especially when we think about the span of our life. Things are temporary. Things are happening, and we're looking at it frame by frame. But if you really took a step back and just thought, think about what you were doing 2 years ago. You're probably not even dealing with the same issues, the same things. Everything is temporary. Number 2, life isn't fair. All right. In a fantastic, perfect world, everything that you're doing right, you get reciprocated, you get paid for, and whatever that looks like. But life isn't fair. Things happen. All right. And so it's our job to understand that while life isn't fair, we're going to rock and roll and keep on rolling. All right. Things happen. Okay. And so just because things happen doesn't mean that we should take time to sulk and complain and be upset. I'm not saying that you shouldn't feel those things, but we're not going to be prolonged in those feelings because life isn't fair. All right. A recent book that I was reading, he talked about that. And in this book entitled Make Your Bed, please go check out that book. He said that he would do everything right, and he was in the Navy, and the naval instructor still told him to do some of the grunt work because life isn't fair. Number 3, beneath anger is always fear. Think about some of the things that you've gotten upset about, and if you say, "I'm upset about this because I'm really fearful about this," you'll get to the key of what's going on. Beneath anger is fear. Number 4, a lifetime isn't forever. It may seem like it, but to be honest, if you really think, even in jail, if someone gets life in jail, that's not their entire life, right? That's not their entire life. It's a long time, but a lifetime isn't forever. So some things that we think is never going to happen, or it's just really, really long and what's going on, it's not forever. Because remember, everything is temporary. Number 5, the biggest risk, I love this one, is not taking a risk at all. I always tell people, man, playing it safe is not even playing. What's the point? You want to play it safe, but you never get what you really, really want. Where's the risk? And honestly, if you are not taking any risk, then that's the biggest risk. Because things could happen. Go back and listen to the previous episode. 242 times Howard Schultz got rejected about his Starbucks idea. What if he'd stopped after the 3rd time? What if he stopped at 241? But take those risks, man. Let me ask you this. What's the worst thing you think is going to happen? And everything you want is on the other side of fear. We've heard that a million times. So step out there. I remember when I first wanted to start a podcast, I said, I'm tired of hearing the mundane, blah, 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 regular schmegular stuff on the radio. And I thought, well, you know what? Maybe I should have a show. And then I had an opportunity to work and have an internet radio show. And it was great. I really liked it. And then when I felt ready, I jumped out there again and I started my podcast. Been doing that for a while. Even getting something like the studio, that's a risk. Anything can happen. But the biggest risk, guys, is taking no risks. Nah, man, we not in this life to just play it safe all the time. I mean, solidify certain things. But that means if you don't take any risks, that means that what are you working for? If you don't take any risks, that means you're going to stay where you are, and that's going to be it. And no, we're not designed for that. You're a dreamer. You're creative. You're passionate. You're a mover and a shaker. So now we're not just going to stand still and keep letting opportunities just wash over us and walk by us and the windows of opportunity just close. Get out there. History has shown the people that take risks, they get the biggest rewards. What's the worst thing that can happen, guys? You look for a new job. You quit your job. Okay, what's the worst thing that can happen? Hey, maybe you're not able to pay certain things, or you're not able to live your luxuries. But guess what? Jump out there. Jump out there. All right, that's number 5. The biggest, and I really love that one. I probably should have made that number 1. The biggest risk is taking no risk. Number 6, things don't matter that much, and we're talking about things. Let me share with you something, guys. Okay, so I worked at a club, right, as a bouncer a long time ago, and I remember this was a really young guy. He was really on the move as far as like party promoting. Like he was the guy, right? Like people liked him. He was very fashionable. Everybody liked him. He was a very cool personality, and a lot of people were coming in. And one day I'm at my local Walmart, and I see this guy who dresses fashionably nice all the time. And I see him. He sees me. We talk. Like, hey, gonna see you tonight? Yeah, because it was club night that night. And I see him go into the shoe section and pick out a pair of shoes. Me, I'm like, yo, okay. And that night, you guessed it, he wore those pair of shoes. And did anybody say anything to him? Nope. People looked at his outfit. They took pictures with him. All those things, because at the end of the day, things don't matter, man. Things don't matter. If you have children, you know that. Well, you know the way our kids treat their Christmas toys. But things don't matter. You get a new car, that's great. But after a couple of weeks, it's still great, but it's just a car. It's just a house. Okay? It's just a purse. All right? They don't define you. It's nothing wrong with having quality stuff, but things, guys, are just things. They're things, and they don't really matter that much. Why do you think the billionaires of the world, they're not dripped? They're not wearing, think about this. You've seen pictures of Steve Jobs, or you've seen pictures of any billionaire. Are they dressed to the nines in jewelry? All right. Are they out here? Are they dripping? No. Look at Bill Gates. Bill Gates looks like my teacher, my high school teacher. That man could walk down my block right now and buy the entire block. He could give anybody a blank check and say, just fill it out yourself. Because guess what? People, places, and things don't matter. They don't matter that much. I'm not saying that you can't have nice things. This is a nice microphone. This is a nice studio. This is a nice computer I'm on. This is a nice system that I have. Those are great. But in the interim of things, when you're really looking at it before it's too late, things don't really matter, guys. All right. We live in a capitalist society. We live in a very, thing-oriented thing, man. But things they don't matter as much as we press on. All right, the Joneses. We want to keep up with the Joneses. Who's designated the Joneses to be the leading expert on things? Just things, guys. All right, they're just things. And number 7. Now I do like this one. Money lets you be yourself. So go get it. Now you could be yourself without money, but when you're looking at Maslow's hierarchy of needs for my psych people, go look it up. You need to establish certain things before you can just sort of move on and be the best you. And at the bottom, it is safety and security and money and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm not going to change as far as who I am as a person because I got more money. I'm looking forward. I expect more money all the time. But guess what? It's going to let me be myself because then I'm able to not work a 9 to 5. I'm able to not have to do certain things to keep finances rolling in. And it allows me to be me. It allows me to focus more on community work. It allows me to focus more on my podcast. It allows me to do all these other things. So money is important. It's not the most important thing of your life because it could be taken away. And if you have your health, you're good to go. But money, hey guys, does allow you to be yourself. So go get it. Go get that money. Okay. All right. Send some to me too. All right. So let's bring that on home. Number 1, everything is temporary. Number 2, life isn't fair. Number 3, beneath anger is always fear. Number 4, a lifetime isn't forever. Number 5, the biggest risk is taking no risk. Number 6, things don't matter that much. And number 7, money lets you be yourself. Go get it. All right, go get that. All right, that is your appetizer of the week, sponsored by Silk Hair by Sasha. Hey guys, if you are looking for an amazing company that caters to wig services, that they have constant bundles, hair accessories, Brazilian and Indian hair, please make sure you check out Silk Hair by Sasha. That's Silk Hair by Sasha. You can check them out on Instagram, as well as go to their website, www.silkhairby.sasha.com. Hey, tell them Gary sent you. All right, go buy something. Tell them Gary sent you. All right. Now let's get to our entree of the evening. And our entree is brought to you by the good folks over at Lone Clothing. So Lone Clothing is the official sponsor of the See.Plan.Do show. So any of the material you see, apparel, clothing, any of those things, they have all of the See.Plan.Do show in apparel. So any of it you want to support, you want to buy a shirt, you want to buy a sticker, you want to buy a coffee cup, a hat, any one of those things you can check out straight from there, as well as other things that don't have anything to do with the show. One of my favorite shirts is Everything Would Be Okay. Another favorite is, hey, I like this one. Pick My Brain Once the Invoice is paid. I do like that one. Well, I made it, so I like it. All right. Hey, you want to check out a shirt that fits your vibe? Go hop on over to laloneclothing.com. That's LALONE clothing.com. And also, if you're looking at it on YouTube, it's in the details. Click on it, buy a shirt. Let me know how you feel about it. And also let me know how you feel about this show. All right. So, hey, I love, as far as a process as a podcaster, some people have different stuff. Some people are just as a strike, or some people plan it out really, really, in a season in advance. Me, I pretty much have a lot of the episodes that I want to talk about, but then sometimes I'm inspired by something that happens. Yeah. So today is a really, really great episode because we're talking about tribe here on the See.Plan.Do show with me, professional life coach, business coach, mindset coach, Gary O'Neal Jr., season 4, episode 9, tribe. All right. So first thing I want to say, I did not realize, guys, that we were taking that the phrase blood is thicker than water. We have bastardized that. And what I mean by that is that's not the phrase. Did you guys know that? If you didn't know, put it in the comment section below. If you didn't know, put no, right? But the real quote of that sentiment is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. I did not know this until recently. So that's what made me, I had to talk about this. Again, let me say this again. It's not that the phrase is blood is thicker than water. The real phrase that it came from, that people sort of manipulated, is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. What does that mean, Gary? Well, let me walk you down. All right. When we're talking about that, we're focusing on those people who stand by you, those people who shed blood, sweat, they work with you, tears, they uplift you, they support you, they encourage you, they motivate you, they help you, they look for you. They're the ones that matter. Bonds of loyalty and support, and by choice, are stronger than mere genetics. People that say family over everything, or family is great. But have you ever noticed that at times when people try to highlight family, it's because they're trying to manipulate? You ever had that happen to you? That people, we're family. They're trying to manipulate a situation. So they're trying to use that you are related to them by genetics, that somehow I should just do whatever it is because I'm related to you. I have the same last name with you. We share the same mother or father, or we're in the same family. And let me tell you something, guys, I ain't doing it. I love my family, but I'll be damned if I am going to pour into relationships that are not serving me, they're not supporting me, they're not encouraging me, and I'm not able to do that with others just because we share the same last name or we look the same. And I encourage you to do the same. Again, think about this. We have been using that phrase. That's not even a real phrase. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. So those people that are loyal to you, that tribe, because you got to think a tribe is not made up of everybody that's related to people. And that's why I came up with this episode. Who is in your tribe? All right. Now, unfortunately, a lot of people that are clients of mine or friends of mine, sometimes they get really frustrated because they don't have a big support system. They don't have a tribe. When I think tribe, look at the artwork of this episode, and I think of a tribe that they're here to defend, they're here to protect, they're here to encourage, they're here to move and shake and create a safe and loving atmosphere. That's the tribe. And that's the tribe I look to be a part of. All right. So when we're talking about tribe, they are made up of individuals who provide support, respect, and care. That's what a tribe is. Too many people have gotten hurt because they're looking for tribe with their family, and their family may not rock with them like that. And it's okay, guys. It's okay that if you don't have family that maybe you don't really get along with, of course, as a coach, I'm going to say, let's try to, if you can, if possible, re-energize, smooth over, repair that relationship. But if it's not, then hey, it's not, man. I've had plenty of people that don't share my last name that have been extremely supportive. They're in my tribe. All right. When I say day one A1 listeners, they're in my tribe. Because one day I am going to blow up. I am. I feel it. I know it. And those people that have been here, they know it too. And I can't disregard them for people that just come along. Johnny come latelys. Nah, I can't do that. Not my tribe. Again, so a tribe is made up of individuals and people, and individuals who provide support, respect, and care. So the first thing when we're talking about building that support system, when we're talking about looking around and establishing it, because you do need it. Let me be clear. You need a tribe to get you where you need to go, for you to be able to pour back into them and get them where they need to go. Number one is knowing what you want from your tribe. And what I mean by that is I don't want you to create covert contracts. So when you think about, hey, what do I want in a support system? Just jot it down. What do I want? Again, we highlighted, hey, respect, care, all those things. But when you're looking at a support system, what do you ultimately want? And here I want to highlight this. Avoid creating covert contracts. And sometimes, and some people don't know what a covert contract is. So let me help you out. A covert contract is you and I have a relationship with each other, and I expect you to do things for me, but I don't tell you I expect you to do things for me. That's a covert contract. Let them know what you want. Okay? Let them know what you want. So knowing what you want, what do you want to get out of this tribe? You want support in a certain area, you want to do this, whatever it is. Make sure that you're very clear and that the people that you're reaching out to or that you're talking with that's in your tribe, that you want the people in your tribe, you can reemphasize that. Here's what we're looking to do. All right. And I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So this is not even a super long episode. I've been cutting down a lot on the, I don't want to be well, all my episodes are great, but I like to get right to the point. So the first thing is knowing what you want. Don't create those covert contracts and be specific. Them, if you have to sit down and say, well, what do I want in a support system? What does that look like? Jot it down. Number 2, here's what I want you to do. I want you to make a list of people who you already feel are in your corner. And if you don't, and if you can't make a list of people who you feel like you're that are not in your corner, let me start off by saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you feel as though you don't have any people in your corner, but I want you to think about it again. Because sometimes we say, well, nobody's in my corner. But just take a moment, think about it again. But if you really don't feel as though you have a support system, I'm sorry. And here's what I offer you. I will be in your support system. Reach out to me directly and I will be in your support system. Just let me know what I need to do. Let me know what that looks like. Now, if you say, yeah, Gary, I'm about to go to this bank. We about to hit this bank up. No. I cannot be in your support system because that doesn't respect me and my time. And I like to have free time. All right. But make a list of people that you feel are already in your corner. Now let's analyze those people that are already in your tribe and ask yourself, do I trust this person? Because you can make a list, right? I want you to make a list, and next to the people in the list, like just think about all these people, put a star next to them, and just ask, do I trust this person? Because you can't have people in your tribe you don't trust. That's not how it works. All right. Do I trust this person? Hopefully you said yes. Hey, does this person, watch this, does this person bring the best qualities out in me? Because sometimes we can have people that are around us and they bring out the worst. So does this person bring out the best qualities in me? Does this person allow me to feel good about myself? And see, that goes back to the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb, because sometimes we have people that are family members and they try to really get on us and try to really make us feel bad about themselves. Now, I'm not saying that they're not here to support, they're not here to hold you accountable, because they are here to support you and hold you accountable, which is communicating with you, right? But do they allow you to feel good about yourself? Does this person allow you to feel good? Sometimes I have people, friends, then they say they have to play small around certain friends because they don't want to come off as boasting or they don't want to come off as jealous. And I tell them, get rid of that person, because you should be able to feel free to support to put out your accomplishments. And they may need to get where they need to go. But ultimately, if that's not where they are, that doesn't mean that they should be cheering you on. They should be one of your biggest cheerleaders. Does this person allow me to feel good about myself? And the last thing about, knowing those people in your corner, that tribe, do I leave interactions with them feeling positive? There are a lot of people who hit me up, and I love it, because at the end of the day, when it's time for me to go home and whatever home looks like to me, I want to be able to understand and feel and understand, and just understand when I look over my life that I was able to help a lot of people. Some people hit me up because they need motivation, and I have an infinite supply of motivation. And I tell people that, motivation is just how you look at things. There's nothing wrong with a word of encouragement. There's nothing wrong with those things. But I look for people to leave interacting with me feeling positive, feeling good. feeling good, feeling happy, feeling better about situations because sometimes situations suck, man. And sometimes people feel alone in your job, and later on, we're gonna have another episode entitled Knowing Your Assignment. Is in that scenario, can they leave you feeling better? Can they leave you feeling better, man? So make that list, check it out, go over those parameters, right? Number 3, use it. If you have created a tribe or if you have a support system, use the damn tribe. And what I mean is that and guess what? To be in full transparency, your favorite life coach does this and has done this. I am I'm very self-sufficient, but at times we need to be able to rely and use our tribe. Our tribe is here to support us and help us, and not, we don't have to go through everything alone. All right. I saw a great quote about friends, and it went something like, I'm just going to paraphrase because I saw it at a glimpse, but I should have wrote it down. You know, your friends may not be the ones that go to the party with you, or if you throw a party, their friends are the ones that help you clean up. You ever oh, shit. You ever throw a party? If you've ever thrown a party and you're cleaning up, look around and see who stayed to clean up. Because there's going to be some people that show up, they ain't even bring nothing except their opinions and their appetite. What the hell? They ain't even bring nothing. Or if they bring something, they bring something that they don't even drink. Because I swear on the old gods and the new, you roll up to one of my cookouts and my kickback and you got Dr. Thunder, right? Or Dr. Cola. Yes, ain't you out. Pour that out for the homies on your way out. But use the tribe, guys. And when we're using that tribe, think about, hey, you're using this tribe because you need to at least extend yourself to rely on people. Because some people say, well, I don't want to bother anybody. I don't want to burden anybody. Well, if they're in your tribe, that's what they're there for. That's what we're here for. I have to say that to some of my friends all the time. Hey, you're not burdening me. All right. I'm here to support you. I'm here to help you. But because of experiences that we've dealt with, sometimes we look at that. Even myself, I've done that actually before even this episode. Sometimes you sort of get into a habit of keep reaffirming relationships. And like if this person is in your tribe, you can trust this person, then guess what? Use them, rely on them. The last time somebody used me, somebody relied on me and I came through, it was cool. It was fine. That's what I'm here for. They don't have to thank me a million times. That's what I'm here for. So use your tribe. Utilize. Oh, excuse me. Let me rephrase. Utilize your tribe. Don't use your tribe. We utilize resources. We use toilet paper. Feel me? Avoid not relying on people, but also let it be an ebb and flow. You need support. Sometimes you're the supporter. If you only come to me and you never support me, we are not friends. If I can't rely on you, and I honestly, to be honest, I don't even ask people for a lot of things. But being able to rely on someone, let it be an ebb and flow, back and forth. You should be able to support just as much as you need support. But if you're only walking into the well, you're only using it, man, and you're not friends. You're just using resources. You're a user. All right. Let it be an ebb and flow. Okay. So as we wrap this up, number 1, knowing what you want from this tribe. Establish what you want. If you don't have it already, or if you do have it, go back and go over it. Number 2, make a list of people who's in your corner. Do that checklist. Number 3, utilize your tribe, because guess what? One of my favorite people in the world, Robert Pruitt, said, if it's in the chair, it's in the room, which means that, hey, man, a lot of times the things that we want are 1 or 2 people away. So utilize it. Let's say that you have issues with money. You might, in your tribe, might have somebody who's extremely well with money. You utilize them. You don't have to go through things alone, guys. We paint a narrative at times that we have to go through things alone, that we're on this exodus. No, man. You got people in your tribe. That's what they there for. For you don't have to go through it alone. At times I felt alone. At times I felt like I was by myself, but it's because I didn't utilize. I didn't utilize those resources. I didn't utilize my tribe. Because at times I thought, hey, the blood is thicker than water. It's not. And number 4, which should have probably been 1A. You have a tribe, right? You've established a tribe. You're ebbing and flowing. Replenish the relationship. I am not a fan of people who hit me up and say, how you doing? How things going? As just a very superficial start of a conversation, and them ultimately asking me ultimately getting to the point of them about to ask me for something. For all that, I'd rather for you just to ask me directly. Don't say, hey, how you doing? How's your day going? Blah, blah, blah. And then boom, you ready to ask me for something. Offer genuine replenishment of the relationship. Right now, those people that you start off, that's in your tribe, have you checked in with them? Do a check-in. See how they doing. Do they need anything? Show up. Offer assistance, real assistance. Now, hey, if you need anything, let me know. That's bullshit, man. That phrase right there, let me know if you need anything. People that are very self-sufficient, let me tell you something. We're not going to ask. So you have to be a little bit more forthcoming and a little bit more specific. Hey, I see you're doing this. Hey, can I help you out with this? How can I support you? How are things going with A, B, and C, and D? One of my dear friends, Candace, amazing instructor, amazing fitness instructor. Fitness is her life. And she checks in with me outside of everything else we talk about, but we talk about fitness. Hey, how are you coming along with your workouts? She doesn't ask me for a lot of things. But check in with these people, man, and don't check in only when you need shit. Don't check in with me when you only need something, because then we're not friends. Then you're a client to me. If you only hit me up because you're having problems and you never check in with me, you never support, you never do any of those things. And trust and believe, if you're in a tribe, you know if you're getting it or not. But if you're never checking in with this person, if you're not checking in with me, you're not supporting me, you're not doing anything for me, but outside of just bringing your stuff to me, you are a client to me. And you have to pay. That's just one aspect, right? But check in, but it's nothing for you to understand, hey, this person is very important in my tribe, so let me check in. I get people that check in with me all the time. They don't ask me for things. Sometimes they do, but they check in just to see how I'm doing. And that means a world to me. Well, so acts of service is my love language. But just check in. Don't check in when you need something. And then just ask me, oh, how you doing? Hey, you checked the game? What do you want? Offer real assistance. That means identifying what's going on with them. That means taking an interest in them. All right. You know what? I hate these social media groups at times because they don't offer real assistance at times. It's just that I'm pretty sure if you're in a group, if you're in a Facebook group where it's like people that are supposed to be like-minded or business groups, a lot of people are just there to promote themselves, but they're not there to offer assistance to you. So offer real assistance, which means that you really are looking at what's going on with them and see where you can fit. And don't just take the word no for an answer. If I can be transparent, when I went through my divorce, that was a really tough time in my life. And the first night that I was like really home alone, I didn't have any furniture, anything like that. And I was sweeping up. I was like, all right, I'm good. I don't even think I even had a bed for real. Right. Because I didn't want to get into who gets what. I was like, man, just take whatever you want, man. Like, I'm not making this a thing. I'm not making this a thing. I'm not. So that night, probably one of the top 5 worst days of my life. And sitting there and sweeping up, and my friends hit me up, man. And they said, "Hey, you good?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm cool, man. Nah, man, you good?" Like, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm cool. I'm good. You ain't gotta come over. I'm good. I'm just sweeping up, just going over stuff." And I was going through a tough time. And my homeboy Davon called me back and said, "Yo, nah, man, we coming over." I said, "No, I'm good for real." "No, hey, we're on our way." All right. I will never forget that. I won't. And that's years ago. I'm in a great place, but I won't forget that. So offer real assistance. That's authentic assistance. Means that you took time to see what's going on with me, not just a superficial ass check-in. Talk to me. How can you support me? How can I support you? Hey, how are things going with this? Hey, anything happen with that? Oh, you need any assistance with that? We need to create a level of support, not using. And then the last thing is showing the hell up. Because if you check in with me and you ask me for help, and if you're like me, we don't really offer help. We don't really ask people for a lot of help. And then I do ask you for help, and then you don't show up. That damages our relationship. Too many times we see people offer that assistance, but then they just sort of treat it, "Oh, yeah, I had to do something." If you're in my tribe, I need you. I need you. Because if that's not the case, then I can just hire a vendor. I could just hire somebody. I can hire somebody. But if we're in a tribe together, we're down for each other. That means you have to make sacrifices for me the same way I have to make sacrifices for you. And unfortunately, we see that's not always the case. That a lot of times, man, and this might be for you, whoever's listening, this might be for you. Sometimes we have to realize that some people are just good time associates. And a good time associate, they're great to go get crabs with. They're great to go out to the club and take selfies. They're great to talk about the last TV show or do something fun. But are they there to clean up when the party's over? Is that a resource that you can utilize? Are they showing up when you need them? Yeah, man. So make sure that if you have someone in your tribe reach out to you, make sure that you show up. Show up, man. All right. That's how you keep your tribe strong. That's how you keep your circle tight. If you're like me, you've probably seen so many people have so many just discouraging things about friends, and oh, my circle is so small, it's a period. Dang, that's unfortunate. I'm not saying you should have 1,000,000 people, but your tribe should be able to help you overcome anything. All right. I'm again paraphrasing just off the freestyle. I remember African proverb that talked about when spiders unite, they can tie up a line. I feel like I should look at my phone right now and do it, but if I'm wrong, I know that's what it is, but correct me if I'm wrong, but also know where my intent is. So don't be trying to correct me too much. All right. But when spiders unite, they can tie a line up because we need it. Think about right now. If you put your hand up, right? You put your hand up, a finger can get broken, but if you put it together, that creates a mighty fist. Look at that. I got that from some movie. I can't remember what that was, but it fits. All right. So knowing what you want, making a list of who's in your corner, utilizing those resources, utilizing your tribe. Remember, ebb and flowing with that. And then the last thing is replenishing those relationships, man. Replenish that. Check in with them. Tell them how you feel about them. Do things for them. Go back and look. Ask them what their love language is, and then replenish it with that, whatever their love language is. Yeah? All right, guys, that is the end of another Power Pack episode, Power Pack podcast here on the See.Plan.Do show, season 4, episode 9, Tribe. And guess what, guys? Please Please tell me how you feel about this episode as well as other episodes. You can like, share, comment, subscribe, all those wonderful things. All right. I have each episode's dropping every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. And you can catch out any of these episodes by going back to See.Plan.Do and go back to season 1. If you got some binging to do, you got some binging to do. Grab some popcorn, grab some low carb snacks and binge out. All right. If you're looking to be a part of this show, if you want to be a supporter, you want to be a guest, please reach out to me directly. I have wonderful sponsorship opportunities, all right, in reference to you being able to support this show. And also, so that way you can get out your goods, your services. You got an amazing event coming up, man, hit me up so we can get you out here. All right. If you want to be a part of the See.Plan.Do show tribe, if you want to greatly support this show outside of liking, sharing, and subscribing and commenting, because I need that to build this, guess what? You can be a Patreon supporter. By being a Patreon supporter, not only does it support the efforts of this show and the efforts of me, right? It supports the efforts of the show. And also, you can unlock certain perks. You want a shirt? You want a coffee mug? You want some stickers? You want some content that's strictly for my Patreon supporters? So make sure you just check that out, okay? All right. And last but certainly not least, thank you for watching this show. Thank you for listening to this show. Thank you for watching and listening to this show. Thank you for showing up. You are the best part of the show. I've said this over 80 times. You are the best part of the show. You bring it to this show. All right. So until we see each other again, because we'll see each other because you're in my tribe, right? Until we talk again, because we're going to talk, because I'm going to check in with you and you're going to check in with me, and we're going to ebb and flow this thing. And until we share those special moments, because when you have a party, I'm going to be your best hype man. When you have a wedding, I'm going to be your best hype man. When you have an event happening, I'm going to help you clean up to share that special moment. Always remember, guys, to see what you want to do in this world, man. Plan that thing out in this world. And then in this world, just do it. You know the world, guys. But will the world know you? All right, guys. Same life coaching, same life coach time, same life coach channel. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and goodbye.